So a leading scientist tells us that CSG mining is safe, and so do the miners, and so do some farmers. But what about other farmers who have the wells on their properties, whether they like it or not?
G'day, how are you, Scott? Hi, Katie.
Hi, Joe, nice to meet you.
Scott and Kate Lloyd are cattle and grain farmers.
So this is kind of like a nursing home for cattle that don't know they're going to die. Sorry, Lucy, I mean go to heaven.
In 2006, Katie and Scott became concerned when methane started leaking from 2 exploration wells on their property.
So what we've got here is a well. It's leaking so much gas, it's bubbling.
It took 4 years before they were plugged, although the family never suffered from any related health issues. Now, there are 18 production wells on the property, plus pipelines, and a further 20 to 25 new wells are expected to be drilled in the near future.
And do you have a say in that process at all?
No.
Does that just mean a gas company can just rock up on your door and say, "G'day, we're here, we're going to start exploring," and you quite literally can't say no?
No.
They can give you 20 working days notice.
And I mean, we've got the option to say, we'll lock the gate and you can't come in. But at the end of the day, that will then lead to, you know, probably legal proceedings, and you'll end up in the land court at the end of the day.
On what basis can they do that? Is that existing legislation they can actually do that?
We literally only own, you know, the first few inches of the land, and everything else belongs to the state.
How has it impacted personally for you on your use of the land?
You've got multiple vehicles, unknown people sort of driving around, servicing their infrastructure.
We have a grazing operation where we're running cattle. They're meant to be grazing, they've got vehicles driving through. We've got groundwater, you know, concerns. We feed people, so we have a commitment to produce safe food and things. And if we've got chemicals potentially infiltrating our water system, you know, that creates some huge problems.
Kate and Scott will have the wells on their property for at least 15 years.
What sort of compensation would you expect for this sort of operation?
Yeah. We were all gagged by confidentiality agreements. Basically, I can say that we're $3,000 a year for this. So
it's certainly not so attractive that you just couldn't refuse it, and it could replace your farming operations and you could just retire off
No,
it.
Definitely not. No.
OK. Does it have a direct impact on the value of your land?
Absolutely. You know, the industry that says, you know, we're adding value because you're getting, you know, guaranteed income, and, you know, there's all these things. But, you know, we're in the new stages of an industry. You've got people that have got all these questions over what if this impacts on our groundwater, we're buggered. Well, you hope that our doubts are unfounded, I think. Or you'd sort of like to think that it's all going to be okay, but I don't know. I don't have that confidence yet.